Yeah, it's CC, CEO. Wanna change your life? Come see me, yo. I'ma teach you how to build up wealth for your family, not just for yourself. I'm a bestseller, a house flipper, a businesswoman, a go-getter, a big investor, a goal builder that could teach you to get richer like millions, baby. You really about to fill your savings. You about to have multiple streams to pass your children, baby. Let me teach you to get your credit on track in the long run. You'll make it all back at Catalyst and watch it all psychology black-owned firm, but we ain't all black too.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Constance Carter, and this is the Grow Your Money Club, where we talk about how to grow your money and not blow your money. And today, we have a very special show for you today. But before we get started, I don't know if you watch us every day or when we're on here 3 times a week, but there's a couple of things that I love to start with. So before we get started, I need you to put in the comments where you're watching from. If you're new here, let us know this is your first time watching, and welcome. Okay, but I always want to know because we have people who watch from all over the world. So where are you watching from? That's number one. Number two, if you are a Black-owned business or you know of a Black-owned business, I want you to put it in the comments because it's important. The reason why I do this is because I want us to network with each other. It's important that we practice collective economics. And what's up, Connie from Boston, Massachusetts? It's important that we're practicing collective economics. We often hear that Black folks, we have all the spending power and we are spending frivolously on Gucci belts and on shoes and all of these frivolous things. But that's by and large not really the case. The case is that we're spending money on things that we need. A lot of times we're spending money. Some of us spend frivolously, but every other culture spends frivolously as well. So we're not putting that all on us. It's not that we just are irresponsible people. The reason why we have $2 trillion in spending power, and you look at our GDP, we have the GDP of most major countries. Our spending power is bigger or larger than the country of Spain and Brazil. So we spend more than those countries' GDP as a Black nation. Almost $2 trillion as of 2025 of spending power. 2% is spent in our community, 6 hours in our community, while others are spending with people who look like them, and they're very intentional about it. But here's the kicker. We don't have enough Black-owned businesses to spend with, and that's the reason why we're not spending our money with each other, is because we simply don't have the spending or the businesses to spend with. I don't know if you remember, I think some years back, Killer Mike did this experiment because he wanted to see if he can go 30 days just buying from Black-owned businesses. He couldn't find a place to sleep. Sometimes he couldn't find a place to eat. He couldn't find a place to get his hygiene because we simply just do not have enough businesses. And okay, Monica, Black business owner, we want to know what Black business that you have. We want to help you mine your Black business. But we simply just do not have enough businesses. And so it's my goal, just as a Black woman, as a business owner, to encourage and empower you to get businesses and to empower the business owners that we have so that we can do business with one another. So it's not enough just to have businesses. We have to spend with each other. When you look at other communities and you see the dollar circulating in their communities, 30 days, 20 days, 17 days, 11 days, and us 6 hours, there's a real problem here. But again, it's not because we don't have the money, because we do. It's because we don't have the businesses. So Black people, I want you to put your business in the chat so that we can patronize you. How do we spend our money with you? Where do we go to spend our money with you? That's one thing. The other thing is I have what's called the Grow Your Money Club. And what that does is that helps you to kind of develop and build your Black businesses with all of the trainings that I have. So I have over 30 trainings inside this platform, inside this community, where you can just drop in and just learn everything that you want about building your businesses or your side hustles or investing, different things like that. So I give you at least a jump start of where you can at least start the process, because many of you have these business ideas, but you don't know where to go. And I take you through that 12-month roadmap to get you to that next step. So if you just to have a little bit of understanding of what that is, here's the Grow Your Money Club. Have you joined the Grow Your Money Club yet? If not, why not? The Grow Your Money Club is a comprehensive program designed to take you through the complete
wealth building journey. We don't just offer random courses, we guide you along a clear path, starting with fixing your credit and becoming a certified credit expert, to building your business, increasing your cash flow, diversifying your portfolio, and ultimately letting your money work for you. With over 30 trainings designed to increase your net worth, you get to either purchase the trainings individually or go through the 12-month roadmap. Here are just a few of the courses. From campus to cash flows. This is teaching your children to become real estate investors. The Wealth Map training shows you how to eliminate your debt, increase your credit, and diversify your revenue streams. You can learn to write your book using ChatGPT. Learn how to build your online community. What about 8 ways to make money using AI? Oh, and here's 7 online revenue streams to fund your $1 million dream. How about learning how to purchase tax deeds or land banks? What about getting started in government contracting? If you're a rookie, the Real Estate for Rookies training has everything you need. The Business Blueprint training will help you build your business foundation, get business credit, get business funding, and learn how to pay yourself so that you can scale your business to the next level. Or perhaps you want to create jaw-dropping video content using CapCut, Midjourney, and ChatGPT. There are so many trainings and master classes within the Grow Your Money Club, and I also drop 1 new training per month. You do not want to miss out on this opportunity to invest in yourself, because guess what? You are your biggest commodity. You are your biggest investment. Join the Grow Your Money Club today.
So this is just one of the many things that I try to do to offer solutions for people who just don't know where to start. And I think that's when I talk to folks who have these great ideas, these genius ideas, a lot of people do not know where to start. You are brilliant. God has gifted you with something amazing. The thing about me is I'm not the big ideation person. I'm an executor. Like, I execute on some things. But there's this saying that the idea doesn't belong to he who thinks it. It belongs to he who executes it. And so that's the difference. There are a lot of great ideas inside the graveyard. The graveyard is full of $1 million dreams because people simply are not executing on their ideas that God has gave them. And so I'm here as a solution to some of your problems. Like, you have this issue, I try to offer solutions, especially within our community. The other thing I want to mention is, along with the Black Business School, we are getting ready to start our second cohort of the B1 Real Estate Mastery Training, which I'm really, really excited about. That's starting on next Tuesday. I don't know if you know, but me and Dr. Boyce have come together to collaborate to bring something to the community. This is our second cohort. So inside the B1 Real Estate Mastery Training, what we're going to be doing is we are showing you how to develop real estate, how to invest in real estate, how to create joint venture partners. Here's the thing that I've noticed, that for a lot of people who want to invest in real estate, everybody want to flip a house. Everybody want to do a buy hold. Everybody wants to do all these things. You start flipping houses. That's the easy thing. I can show you how to do that close my eyes. That's easy. The issue is that a lot of people don't know how to create sustainable businesses, and they end up with tax issues. They end up with legal exposure because they're not setting up their businesses properly. And so the biggest thing for me in every aspect, whether I'm helping you with real estate, whether I'm coaching the ladies of Net 7, is creating sustainable businesses to protect your liability, to limit your personal liability. I show you how to do that. And so it's one thing to just be flipping houses. It's another thing to create a business so that you can pass it to your children and your children's children. So I'm actually going to be doing a training tomorrow, and I think Boyce created a website for it too. It's a free training tomorrow night. I think it's called Black Money. Let me look at the text from Boyce. I didn't even. It's called blackmoneyandmarriage.com. If you go to blackmoneyandmarriage.com, there's a free real estate training I'm doing tomorrow about don't buy a house with your spouse. I don't know if you guys seen it. I did a video that went viral, and I was just basically sharing some concepts. Blackmoneyandmarriage.com. Yeah, I was sharing some concepts at a conference like last month, just about some things that I do and how I help my clients. I show them how to increase their wealth portfolio together as a family and not separating. People thought, when on the onset, people are like, what, I want to buy with my husband. You trying to put the devil in my marriage constants. And that's not at all what I'm trying to do. What I'm really trying to do is set them up on some game. And well, you know what? I think I have let me see if I have the video, but I'm just trying to hit you to some game to show you how to increase your wealth portfolio. Let me see. Is it up in here? Don't buy a house with your spouse. Maybe not. But you know what? Let me do this. Let me show you, because I did this guy. I don't know who he is. His name is Black Melanin King or something like that. He posted it the other day, and it got like 4 million views. Let me share my screen. Let me just show it to you really quick so you can understand the concept. And then I'm going to do a full-fledged training on it tomorrow night, which is Friday night, and it's free. We were going to charge for it, but I was like, you know what? Let's give it to the people for free. So let me see. Wait, did it? Try closing your browser and reopening. All right. So I don't even know what's happening here. Let me go to Facebook. So let me just show you it's so, and I've been purposely not talking about this whole thing with Charlie Kirk because it's a lot going on. I seen a video today. I don't know if y'all seen it. Some white man said Charlie Kirk died for our sins. I said, this is why I can tell y'all people do not take y'all religion seriously. Y'all don't. Y'all really ain't no believers. Y'all really not. These white nationalists really aren't real believers. I can guarantee you that. So, but I'm going to be doing a training tomorrow night. It's based upon this right here.
Married, don't buy a house with your spouse. Yeah. Oh, somebody said, "Oh, Constance, you trying to put the devil in my marriage?" I said, "Nah, this one, sis, calm down." So this is why I say that. It's because if you buy that first property, I sit down with the couple and I'll say, "Look, this is what we gonna do. We gonna buy this property in your name. That way, we free up the debt to income ratio for the other person. We buy the other house in his name. So now y'all got two properties, and now your debt to income ratio isn't tied up in that one property, not both of y'all, right? So even if you have a credit card, don't put the credit card in both y'all names. Don't put the car in both y'all names. Do everything separate, and then you put it in a living trust. So now everybody is entitled to it, right? So then now I have this one couple. They buy this first property. They take that money out of there. Now she gonna buy a property, right? Then he gonna buy a property. Then she gonna buy another property. They buy that first property as an owner-occupant, first-time home buyer. So now they're getting benefits of a first-time home buyer, owner-occupant, and now they're putting a minimal amount down. And so now that they're just building their portfolio that way. Now I've had them do that, and then they do a multi-unit, and then they do a triplex. Now they build their whole entire portfolio out. But we sit down with them and we create this wealth plan first to determine, okay, how far are we going to go? And you only do that if you're able to qualify, right? Because everybody can't qualify on their own. And if you marry.
Well, I am doing a training to show you to go look, a little bit a deeper dive into how to set up your wealth portfolio so that you don't have to, so that you can create more together. So I'm doing that. So go to blackmoneyandmarriage.com. That's tomorrow night. That is a free training for everyone so that I can show you that strategy, what it looks like, because it is not a blanket strategy. Everybody can't do it. Everybody doesn't have the capacity to do it. And so if you've seen the end, I said, if you have the capacity or if you can afford to do it. And so there was a lot of pushback because people thought I was talking about committing mortgage fraud, which I don't do. I've been in real estate over 20 years, 23 years. I'm not suggesting that you commit real estate fraud. I'm not suggesting that you do anything outside of your spouse or to do something so that you can protect yourself in case your marriage don't work out. That's not what I'm suggesting. What I am suggesting is that you do these things together and you put it in a trust so that you can build your portfolio. That is what I'm suggesting. So if you go to blackmoneyandmarriage.com, we're doing a free training tomorrow night to go through this process to show you how to create your wealth plan with your spouse so that you can acquire more together. And we're going to sit down and determine that. So that's tomorrow night, I think at 8:00 Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Now, I am sacrificing for y'all. Let me tell you, because I normally be outside on Friday nights, but I'm staying inside so I can help the people. Okay. So go to blackmoneyandmarriage.com. All right. I want to bring Dr. Jones on, but before I do that real quick, I wanted to also tell you, me and my daughter, we have a new podcast. My daughter's been working really, really hard on putting it together. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's called Not One of Your Little Friends. This is the concept that my daughter came up with because her and we have an amazing relationship. And the cool thing is I have an amazing relationship with all four of my kids. They're all very different, but they're all equally amazing. And so her and I, we just talk about everything except for sex because I ain't trying to hear nothing about her sex and she ain't trying to hear nothing about my sex. And so that's the only thing we don't talk about. But I talk about being safe with her, make sure you protect yourself and you ain't outside like that. But I don't want to know no intricate details about that. So that's what I ain't gonna talk about. But we talk about everything. And it's like therapy. And I think that it'll help help just kind of I would say, with the intergenerational, break those intergenerational or create intergenerational bonds because we're two different generations. We have two different perspectives. And it's funny because, as a child, she thought that like mom is all knowing, all seeing, like she knows everything. My mom she knows everything about everything. And the reality is I don't. And I have one clip where she's talking about like, when I first found out, like you were just a girl, like you were just human, because, life happened and she was an adult. Thank you, Dr. J. Thank you. Thank you. But she was saying like, this is when I found out that you were like me and you were not this superhuman person that I had, and it's loading right now. But I do want to encourage you. So go to Not One of Your Little Friends podcast. But here's the thing.
That turning point for me where I realized that for you was COVID 2020. It was 2020 because that's when you were going through most of your turmoil and stuff with the divorce. You freshly got separated. I was in a relationship. I wasn't going through like the best phase of my life, but because I was going through a lot. And you were going through a lot at the same time, and you would call me and vent to me about what you were going through, and I voiced my opinion like, hey, I am going through a lot. Yeah, like stop calling me. Like, who else could she talk to? Or like she's literally just trying to. It felt like I was talking to somebody who was like either my age or still just trying to figure it out, because that's really what you are doing. So it's just like you was like in shambles at that point, and I was like, oh, she's not the dictionary anymore.
Yeah, she's actually
that was that turning point for me.
Harbecker said the four most dangerous words in the English language is I already know that. How can you grow if you already know? So we just gotta look at everything as a lesson. Everything is a blessing. Like every experience, even if it's hard and even if we're going through every dredging moment, it's an experience, it's a lesson. And so God wants the best for us. Know that there's an other side to it. It doesn't feel good as we're going through it, but it'll be greater later. And that's what I know to be true. And that's what's been my constant my whole life, is that it'll always be greater later.
That was me, my baby. So she be pouring into me. She gives me ideas. She's very creative. She's she does marketing and that was her little thing. Yesterday, April was on here. She was like, I know that was all her. And I was like, listen, that's my front room. I'm the one that decorated that month. So she was like, yeah, but I know that wasn't even you. She's the one that set it up. And so I was telling my daughter last night, she was like, I mean, if I would have said, let's go in the other room, that wasn't even, you would have went over there. I was like, yeah, I really don't care. You see, I'm in here. Like, I ain't into that. But she, this is her thing. I told her, just let me know when I show up, because I'm just the talent. She edits it. She sets up the camera. She sets up the microphone. She does all of that stuff. And I just sit in. But what I did tell her, because after it was over, she goes, Mom, you're not as funny as you normally are. I'm like, girl, it's after 9. It's like after 8 or 9 or whatever. So my gas runs out about 3 or 4 o'clock. Like, I'm a morning person between 5 a.m. and 1 p.m. That's prime time. Get me at that time. But after that, it's a dice gamble. So I was like, we got to do the next one like on a Saturday when, I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, because we can't do it when you get off work. So that's that, but we're going to be spilling all the kind of the tea, the personal things. She shares a lot about her relationship, a little bit about like her relationship with her dad. And, I just try to support her through that, because it's, it's a difficult thing, but it's her truth. And I told her, express your truth. And she was actually last night, she was having trepidation because she was like, I don't want people to be mad at me. And I don't want to. And I said, listen, if this is your therapy, if this is what you want to do, then do it. And if it's not what you want to do, don't do it. Share whatever you feel comfortable with sharing. And don't worry, because your mama got your back. And I'll stand 10 toes down and I'll fight every motherfucker up in this motherfucker for my baby. So let it be known, he could attack me all he wants to. I don't care. I don't really fight against that. But let somebody say something to you and it's gonna be on and cracking. And I don't play them games when it comes to my kids. So on that note, sweetheart, talk about whatever you want to talk about. So anyway, that's what that is. And so I want to tell you a little bit about that too. But I haven't been on for the last 3 weeks with our favorite is resident doctor. Y'all, so she's been busy. She's been out of town. I've been out of town, and some things have happened. So we haven't been able to come live on Thursday. And I really missed her. And I know you guys have missed her as well. She's the one that is keeping us healthy, wealthy, our mindset, all the things. And we're so blessed. I'm so blessed that we get to have her every week, just helping us to get better. And so I want to bring on none other than Dr. Shirley Jones. What's happening, Dr. Jones?
Hello.
Miss America Hands. What's up? What's up, lady? How are you? I missed you.
I miss you too.
Yeah. So listen, what you been doing the last couple of weeks before we get into
Well,
it?
I watched the podcast. I was like, amazing.
Really?
I really liked it.
Thank you. That was my baby stuff. I mean, I just told her, just let me know when to show up. What are my lines? Where do I stand? Where's the markers? Like, I'm the talent. She'd be mad at me too. She's over there doing the lights, like, you know what, Mom? I was like, hey, this you.
Right.
But thank you so
Good.
much. Yeah, I appreciate it. What have you been up to, lady?
I have a new it's coming. I will be announcing that I created an app called the Transition app.
Ow!
And,
What?
You can find out about the app at www.thetransitionapp.com.
The
And it's coming soon.
What?
And
Tell us about the Transition app.
so the Transition app is like having Ask Dr. J on your phone. So when you're feeling tired and you're looking for something to eat and you want to go plant-based, I will be there.
What?
The app will take you through choices. It'll help you go to the grocery store that's nearest to you. You can pick a restaurant that has vegan options. I also created another path for people who have high blood pressure, diabetes, and cholesterol problems, so that even if they may not want to go vegan, they can create healthy meals.
Wow. So
Ask Dr. Jones on your phone.
when is that coming, Dr. Jones?
Within the next 30 days.
Shut your mouth.
Yes.
Oh, you've been working hard behind the scenes.
I've been working hard behind the scenes.
Oh, I love it. So this is going to help so many people, Dr. J.
So
This is amazing.
Internationally, national, yes.
All over the world.
All over the world.
So proud of you. So kick-ass. So freaking kick-ass. I love it. Oh my God. This is great. And I know that there's a lot of great vegan options out in DC area too. So
yes.
I'm trying to, change my life. Dr. Jones, so I was in California last week. Mm-hmm. And before that, I started just a smoothie cleanse because I just wanted to do a cleanse. I just wanted to, get my focus, get my mind. And I was telling the people I was like 176 pounds. I was, way too heavy. I've gained, 16, 17 pounds since I moved. And so, I'm a grown ass woman. I ain't trying to be skinny, but like 160 is a good weight for me. Like I'm a size maybe 6.
How tall are you?
5'4.5". How tall are you? Listen, I'm grown and I'm black and I got a big ass. I ain't trying to be 130 pounds, Dr. Jones.
It's not about how you look. It's about health.
It is. I'm healthy at 160 pounds. I'm healthy. I got energy. What weight should I be?
So at 5'4", you should be closer 4.5. Okay, we'll give you 5'5".
Give me my half. Yeah, give me my half.
Just 16 pounds.
Let me tell you something, Dr. Jones. That's for white people. I'm a black woman. Give me the weight for the black people.
150, because really it's 140.
What's the one with the black people with big butts?
150.
No, you need to make up another rule for the black women with big butts, because I don't believe it.
Let me tell you what it's based on. They are postmortem studies.
Okay.
And so what they do is they look at people and what they died from. And so that's how we come up with our studies. and then they go back, and then people who were above a certain weight, they most likely died from insulin resistance, which leads to diabetes. And that has nothing to do with how you look. That means the more fat you have, regardless if it looks good or not, you become insulin resistant. And so that's what those numbers are based on. A lot of times we create the narrative around it because we want to keep the big butt, or we want to keep, or we're getting attention for the big butt and we want it, or we just don't want to do the work to slim down.
Or that.
Because if you have a big butt, it's not going away. It's just, it'll be,
No.
yeah.
No, it don't. And well, I was thinking,
It'll
you say what?
just be a slimmer big butt.
Right. And people really think I got a damn BBLs. I get that a lot.
You will never be flat.
Ever.
Ever. I will never lose, boobs.
Yeah. I got that. I got that too.
Yeah.
But
It's
I
a
was
little
thinking,
bit smaller, but
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because
But I
you're
was
still
thinking,
gonna be curvy. I mean, when you're
Yeah.
curvy, you're
I
curvy.
don't want to lose my curves because I'm a grown ass
You will
woman.
not lose your curves.
Okay. 150
60
is.
pounds, you're not gonna lose your curve.
I'm gonna look like a damn greyhound racehorse is what
No,
I'm.
you're gonna be fine.
Okay. I was thinking 155 because I was saying, give me that 5 pound,
Okay.
but
The problem with 155, you're right on the edge.
yeah,
So usually when you get there, you kind of go back up. And come
right.
back. So
That's
it's
what I
going to be 150, and then you can fluctuate between 150 and 155. But what will really tell it, you're going to see how much more energy. I don't know if you can stand more energy though.
Well, you know what? I went to California last week and I lost 6 pounds before that because I was on the smoothie cleanse. And I gained every bit of that. I mean, I ate up everything. I made a big old pot of turkey wings and gravy, smothered turkey wings. We ate breakfast every day. We had dinner because my family's happy that I'm home. And Dr. Jones, my family was so happy that I was home. They were so like, my dad was just like, and my mom, and so they just every opportunity they had, we was eating. So and I ate up everything and all the holos in that short week. I gained all of it back because I just got off the scale when I got out before I got in the shower before coming on here. I was like, damn. So I'm back. And it's just why?
Because you can't go on quick fix diets, because when you come back, your body rebounds. Because it went on this diet where you're doing the cleanses and it's saying, she's not feeding me. Why is she not feeding me? And so it's thinking you're starving it. So the minute you start back eating, it gets like a person who never had food and they go in the grocery store and nobody's looking, they're putting it everywhere. And that's what your body does. It bounces back and gain more.
All right.
So if you do the cleanses, then you don't come off in eating, like that. You have to slowly. But that's why I suggest don't do the cleanses. If you want to do a smoothie in the morning and then eat a regular meal. So because you want to be up under the radar for your body, because we have all these processes that govern to keep things at a normal state. When you go too far one way, it's going to overdo to bring you back. If you go too far the other way, it's going to overdo to bring you back. I
was eating like salmon salads for dinner.
But what was your total calorie intake?
Oh, I don't know. So I was eating
low, then your body's going to say, this woman ain't feeding me. And then if you eat a piece of bread, you're going to gain a pound from it. Where normally you
that makes sense. Okay, so that's why I gained back because that's why
you gained back.
Yeah, we was eating real good. So okay, so let's talk about that because I want to figure out how to lose it. But I wanted to cleanse, not because I was trying to do a fad diet or anything like that, but I was really I really wanted to remove the toxins. I really wanted to get focused, get clarity, and I wanted to jumpstart a new life of eating better. So what is the best way to do that?
So to do that is you don't do that before you get ready to go on a vacation or go out of town, because those are places where you cannot control what you eat. You pretty much left up to people who are around, and your family always gonna feed you.
Yeah, right.
because that's what we consider as love
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
community. And so that's, because back in the day, if you didn't have anything else to give somebody, you're going to fix them a plate.
Right. That's
And
true.
they stop by your house,
Right.
and that's what we see as love.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you have to pick and be intentional about when you do it. So
Mm.
don't put it when you got some places to go or things like that. And then you
Yeah.
can still do it then because you have to ease back into eating regular foods.
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about the whole idea of these fad diets that people? Well, it's not even a fad. The medication, the Ozempic and the Mounjaro, because you see like celebrities talking about it. There was this like a bunch of people that I knew in an area in Sacramento. Like everybody's skinny now. It's on TikTok, and a lot of people are actually trying it. Like Mounjaro versus Ozempic. What's the true cost of taking on something like that in terms of your body and the long-term effects that it could have on you?
Okay. So let's first talk about both drugs.
Okay.
So these are not, people are trying to make them evil and all of these. These drugs were invented to help type 2 diabetics. They've
Right.
been around forever. They've actually done very well in bringing people's A1Cs down and getting their diabetes control and people getting healthier. So they're phenomenal drugs in the right place. Okay. And so what they do is they mimic a hormone in your body that tells your brain that you're full.
Mm.
So they decrease your appetite and then they help metabolically because they slow your stomach down. So that's why you get the sensation of feeling full. The first one, we call them GLP-1s, was semaglutide. I don't mention names because they're not paying us. So, but semaglutide, the old one, it is.
Unless you want her to advertise, you better say hi.
You need to contact me. This is a Black business.
I know that's right.
So semaglutide, so that one is it works one way and it slows your stomach, so when you eat, it slows it down so you feel full and you release the hormone telling your brain I'm full. And so it decreases your appetite. Then they invented the tirzepatide, which actually works in two ways. And so that's why with semaglutide, you lose about 15% of your body weight, which is a lot.
That's huge.
It's huge. The
Yeah.
tirzepatide, you lose, we're seeing people lose up to 20% of their body weight.
Wow.
But also the good part about these medicines are they're not fix all, end all, be all. They work very well with eating a balanced diet with exercise.
Okay.
Because with all of that, so everything you're doing, it helps you see results.
Okay.
So what happens is people do not understand that if you stop the medicines, guess what happens?
You gain the weight.
You gain the weight back because now you remove the decrease of your appetite and you're not no longer mimicking that hormone telling your brain I'm full. So when you come off of it, you're going to be like eating every day. And so that's why once you get on these medicines and you get to so how I treat my patients that want to use those drugs, I actually, when they get to their goal weight, that's why I was telling you to overshoot.
Yeah.
Because when we start backing back, you're going to gain some weight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But, I pretty much keep them on long enough to make sure they have developed good eating habits and lifestyle changes.
Right. And that's the important.
Start going down on the dose. And then eventually, if it has now become a habit, then, they tend not to gain their weight and it'll stay off.
So you mentioned Ozempic. So what about Mounjaro?
Mounjaro is the tirzepatide. That's the one that gives you the 20%.
So Ozempic gives you 15.
Right.
Mounjaro gives you 20.
Yes. Mounjaro.
So what are the side effects?
Side effects are, since it slows your stomach down so you can feel full, to release the hormone to feel full, you get nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, constipation, But, usually you only see those things when you start the medication or when you're starting to go up on the dose. That's why we can't start you at max dose. You have to start, a little bit. And then if you get those side effects, then stay at that dose for another week or two, because it's a weekly injection. And
Okay.
so we usually try to do it, just go slowly, because some people just have to go slowly. And I usually tell my patients to take the injection at night so that you'll sleep through some of the side effects. And then, because then you're not eating at night if you're feeling nausea or, constipated and things like that. And definitely drink a lot of water because, our body needs water.
So what's this whole thing about the stomach paralysis that people are getting?
Well, it's not stomach paralysis. What it is the slowing down of your stomach so you can release the hormones to say you're full.
Okay, because people were complaining about the stomach paralysis.
Huh?
People were complaining about the stomach paralysis. I was hearing like that was.
I have no idea what they're talking about stomach paralysis.
Okay,
What
so
does that mean?
like their stomach freeze up or something. Like it's like there's some long-term effects where they get stomach. Haven't you guys? Has anybody in the chat? Have you guys heard about Ozempic or Mounjaro giving people stomach paralysis? That's what I heard. Like people are saying the long-term effects is that they end up getting some type of stomach paralysis. So has anybody in the chat heard about that?
So I'm wondering if they're talking because it's slow, but that's how the medicine works. It slows down what you eat.
Yeah.
The eating.
Yeah. So you recommend this for people who just want to lose weight?
Yes.
For people who just want to lose weight and not for people who just have diabetes.
Both. Because another good part we found out about the medicines, specifically semaglutide, the studies have shown it decreases people risk of heart attacks and strokes. So
Right.
these medicines are major. And that's why we've used them for years with diabetics. And we've got diabetics control. We've decreased their insulin resistance. They've lost weight. A lot of them have gone from diabetic to pre-diabetes, or if they were leaning pre-diabetic, because that's the other thing with weight. Increased weight and having excess weight will put you in the range of pre-diabetes. It's just a matter of time.
Right. So to me, you said like a gastric bypass where you have to be a prime candidate for the surgery. Is this the same requirement for these two drugs?
Yes, you have to. And that's why you need to talk to your physician, because if you have any history of having any type of thyroid cancers or thyroid issues, you can't give these drugs to people with thyroid issues or cancer. Yeah. And so you need to speak to your physician to make sure that drug is the right one for you.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, a lot of the compounding pharmacies are starting to make the like films that you put on, drops of semaglutide. I haven't seen the studies about, how effective they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deborah Will Win said, is berberine safe?
Yes, berberine is very good for people with diabetes and wanting to lose weight.
What's berberine?
It's a natural supplement that helps decrease insulin resistance.
Okay.
And it can also lower your blood pressure.
Okay.
Some of these GLP-1s they have found that in some people they do lower blood pressure problems.
So, I've heard, well, first of all, for everybody out here, I'm talking to Dr. Jones, Dr. Shirley Jones. She is our resident physician. And today we're talking about Ozempic versus Mounjaro. What is the real cost of this weight loss? Is it killing people? Is it detrimental to our health? Is it safe? Like, what are all the things? And so today we are like breaking the myths around it, because we've heard, pros and cons on these medicines. And Dr. Jones has said that, her thing is not just about giving people medicine. It's really about helping people to choose wisely what they put in their bodies so that they can live an optimal life. And I love that about her. But so I knew that if we had this conversation, she's going to give us the real deal on it. And oh, by the way, if you want to get on here, listen, I want you to ask questions, but also if you want to hop on live, Dr. Jones, if they want to come on here live, they can go to talkblack2me.com. They can come on here live and get on the stage with us if they want to ask you questions directly. You don't even have to show your face. You can just get on here. We can hear your audio. You don't have to get on camera. But if you want to get on here and you have a question that you'd like to ask Dr. Jones directly online, go to talkblack2me.com and jump on here and get on stage with us and talk to Dr. Jones and ask her your question directly. But going back to the question, like there's other like diet drugs. Like I've taken like phentermine in the past, and a lot of people say that's not good for you. What do you think about that?
So phentermine is more of a short term, like if you need to fit in the dress for, you're going to be in a wedding or you want to go to a school reunion and you want to lose some quick weight. Because it does speeds up your metabolism, which speeds up your heart, which can put you at risk for having a heart attack. But the minute you stop that medicine, you're going to gain all of it back and some.
So then that means like a Mounjaro or a Ozempic would be better than a phentermine.
Yes, if you're overweight, yes. Now, if you only have, it's not good for people that are thin that are just trying to stay thinner, because then it's like, okay, why don't you just know how to eat?
So
Because if you're thin, you obviously you've learned how to eat to keep your weight that way. So why don't you just pay more attention and be intentional about what you're eating? Because there are some people that actually just want to be thinner that will abuse these medications. And so I'm not going to say the types of people because that would be, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay.
I'll say it, white people. So if I'm like 25 pounds overweight, like me, like I am right now, would that be a good remedy for me at 25 pounds?
Well, I'm not going to share your history and all of that, but if you're older, like say older than 35, and because in your 40s, you tend to start developing things like diabetes, high blood pressure. So if you're right on the cusp of, not having, or you're going pre-diabetic, it's an excellent drug, and you never had thyroid issues, it's an excellent drug to drop those weight. Because the thing is, everybody's focusing on the drug, but the problem is, let's weigh it. Is it better to be fat and not take the drug and die of heart attack, get diabetes? You know what I'm saying? Or is it to take the drug and be a healthy weight and live longer? Because the likelihood of getting pancreatitis is very slim, it's rare. And then the other big thing that happens is, sometimes people have issues with their pancreas and gallbladder, gallstones. But gallstones, we can take care of them and take them out.
Okay.
But it prolong your life because you're also getting that cardioprotective where which actually your risk of heart attacks and strokes go up after you become menopausal because you no longer have the hormone protection.
Right.
And so it actually is an excellent drug when women start getting ready to go through menopause, gaining that extra weight, not feeling, because it's not to protect, it's not an end all be all, this the next best thing. And with back in the days, people like, oh, take this pill or drink this and everything is better. It's not that. It's a tool to help you reach that.
Okay. This is interesting because this conversation is actually a lot different than I thought, because a lot of times when people are on different types of weight loss medication, the first thing that people say is, oh, it's bad for you, you shouldn't take it, you shouldn't do it. But to know that this is something, when you think about it, okay, would you rather just be big and and die of heart disease, or would you have
diabetes and all the
have an aid that can help you reduce that and keep you healthy? And I didn't even look at it like that. I just thought, the first thing you think is, so any kind of medication that's good, that anything that's not natural in terms of like the things that you put in your mouth with your food, or just even exercise, your diet and exercise.
Right.
The assumption is, well, it's automatically bad for you. So what are the long-term risks?
But let me tell you, let's go back to that, because it's the irony of that you will go, not you, but people will go eat McDonald's, Burger King, and you're worried about a medicine that will help you healthy?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
You're so worried about eating you're not worried about eating processed food.
Right.
But you're worried about a medicine. And I get it. A lot of it is mistrust because of us and how the system has done us.
Right.
But still, we've used this medicine for years with diabetics. And we brought them a life, a longer life and healthier. And the thing is, if a person is obese and severely overweight, obviously what you're doing is not working.
Yeah.
So sometimes you need help.
Yeah.
And me, I'm the last person that want to put people on medicine.
Right.
But,
Right.
but if I see that in the long term, this will make you healthier, and I can, and then, because a lot of times people need to see a change to continue a change.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're always working out and you only going down 5 pounds, then you don't want to work out. If you always dieting and then you only losing 10 pounds, you don't want to eat. But if you see the changes this medicine does, people are like, hey, I'm ready. I'm not eating that anymore. You
So
know,
this,
because they see. Now, the big thing too is the more weight you have to lose if you don't work out, even if you do work out, if it's a lot of weight, you may get creepy, saggy skin.
ooh,
But if you lost that much weight anyway, you're gonna get creepy, saggy skin
that's true. That's true.
because you stretched your skin.
Right.
So it's not so much that the medicine is doing it, you know, but it's just that it's going to happen with that major weight loss.
Mm-hmm.
Because even if you watch like those shows, I can't even think because I never watched them.
Biggest Loser and all those.
Biggest Loser, those people when they would come on and put you see how they were just flabby.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the whole reason for them to work them out to try to get that. But there's such intense workout, you know, the average person can't do all of that.
Right. Right. This is fascinating. So Dr. Jones, I want to like go through some myths versus facts when it comes to these types of drugs. And you got me sitting here thinking, so can you prescribe this to, if we go to ask Dr. J, is this something that you can help us with or no?
We could talk about it. Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. Bet. All right. So myth versus fact. Ozempic and Mounjaro are only for people who want to lose weight. Is that a myth or a fact?
That's a myth because we give it for diabetics, type 2 diabetics, because it decreases insulin resistance and help them bring down their hemoglobin A1C and get their diabetes controlled.
Okay. Got it. All right. Myth or fact. Once you start taking these drugs, you can stop at any time and keep the weight off.
No.
So it's a myth? Okay. Talk about it.
Myth.
Why?
Myth. Because how the drugs work is they mimic a hormone that helps you to feel full. So if you no longer have the hormone helping you to feel full, then you're going to gain your weight back. Then you're going to eat ravenously.
So how long do you got to stay on this drug? Forever?
Well, you stay as long. What I was talking about before, because I kind of titrate people down and overshoot, and once you're there, then by that time, if you have developed the right eating habits,
Yeah.
then you can come off. But if until you develop the right, because remember, it's a tool.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the training wheels on a bike. You don't take them off too soon.
Right.
You got to make sure that they can ride the bike before you take the training wheels off.
So on average, how long? So say somebody 25 pounds overweight like myself. How long would somebody like me have to take it?
I would say stay on it for about a year.
Okay.
Because the thing is, and within a year's time with changing because when you decrease your appetite and you change and feel full, then your brain's going to kick back in and say, well, I don't need this, or I don't like this over a year. If you do it too short a period of time, you're going to see some ribs and go back and start eating them and chips and all of that stuff.
Okay. All right.
But once you've gone without that, your taste buds actually change when you come off of those fast foods because it's the natural detoxing.
Right.
Okay.
It's
natural detoxing. Right.
All right. So myth versus fact. These shots cure obesity.
Well, along with exercising and a balanced diet.
Okay. All right.
But cure meaning what? I mean, because that's a loaded question. Cure meaning it won't ever come back. Well, it's gonna come back if you eat.
If you start eating, it's gonna come back again. Yeah. Myth or fact, they're safe for everyone, no matter age or health history.
Myth. They're not safe for everybody. That's why you have to discuss it with your physician. If you've had history of thyroid cancer, any thyroid issues or masses, you probably should not take. And then if you can even take these type of drugs,
Yeah.
you
Prin,
need to, yeah.
Prin Davis said, "Do you lose your taste buds?"
Some people do for a little while, but it's not the loss of the taste buds, it's the regeneration where you do not want like sodas, all the fast food, high fat food. But if you start back eating, they're gonna come back.
Them ribs
But
on
I'll
roll.
tell you this, most people don't realize is that when you age, you lose your taste buds anyway. So why are you worried about the medicine? If
Mm.
you notice, that's why people who are caretakers for their older relatives, why they eat all the candy and the cookies and don't want to eat the food,
Mhm,
and
mhm,
they add extra salt
mhm.
because their taste buds are dying. Our taste buds are not a lifetime.
I didn't know that. That's
Mhm.
interesting.
They start to deteriorate. Yeah.
All right, so myth or fact, insurance will cover the cost if your doctor prescribes it.
Well, if you have that type of insurance. So that if you're interested in that, that's something you need to find out if your insurance covers those medicines.
Okay.
'Cause sometimes they'll say they cover them, but then you're still paying like $800 out of pocket,
How much do these medicines cost?
like 1,000 a month, some of them. And actually, they said that our United States government said that they had them to come down on the price to $4.99. But there are a lot of coupons and things on internet. You can get them for $4.99 a month, $499 a month.
Oh, okay.
But we do have compounding pharmacies that make the semaglutide. It's just not the brand, and you can get it a lot cheaper.
Okay, so you don't have to have the brand,
Your
but
insurance does cover it, then it's just a copay, like $25.
okay, that's good to know. All right, myth or fact, Ozempic and Mounjaro help you build muscle while you lose weight.
Myth. It doesn't build muscle. It just creates a hormone that keeps you from feeling full.
Right.
It helps you to feel full. Yeah.
You got to work out for that.
You got to work out for that.
Myth or fact, as long as you're on the drug, you don't need to change your diet or exercise.
Myth.
All right, we ain't even got to go into that. Myth or
Uh,
fact, the side effects are mild and go away after a few weeks.
They are mild, but in some people they're not. And which means you have to stay at that dose. You don't stop them. You either go down on the dose or you stay at the dose and take it at bedtime. So we can get around the side effects, but you have to communicate that with your provider.
Okay. Prince
Yeah.
says she can't afford a medication, so she's going to just stay big bag.
Well, there are a lot of programs. If you have insurance, there are a lot of programs on the internet. Google, how can I get those medicines for cheaper?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Myth or fact, the medications have been around long enough to know the long-term effects.
Pretty much.
How long have they
They're
been around?
not long term. I mean, according to what you call in long term, is it 100 years? Is it 50 years? No, they haven't been out that long, but it's long enough where we've had diabetics on it for a good 10 years.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
these medicines were strictly diabetes medicine. We found that the side effects that all our diabetics was losing weight. And then they were like, let's market it as a weight loss drug. And
Wow.
that's when all the hoopla started.
Okay.
But we've been using them forever. Yeah.
Connie said, Dr. Jones, how are these GPL-1 meds helpful for women with PCOS?
They decrease insulin resistance. So the thing with PCOS, they tend to be heavier because they are insulin resistant. Because the more fat you have, the more your insulin doesn't work. And so they decrease the insulin resistance, and then they're able to have children, and they, do very well.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, I had no idea this was a positive drug.
It's
So
a
when y'all
positive
see me
drug.
skinny next month, you'll know why.
And it's okay. It's okay embracing that you're taking care of your health. We got to stop villainizing people because they want to do things to become smaller.
Okay.
And I don't know if Lizzo is the one that started that. I'm big, but and
Yeah.
and you see she's taking the medicine.
Yeah, she's
So it's
small.
phenomenal. And she's telling me, I'm healthy. No, you're not.
No, you're not. Not that
You're
big.
not.
No, there's no
You
way. I don't know who told her that.
No, well, it's don't beat up on me because, and you're right. We listen, we understand, but we also have to have the truth talks.
Yeah, we listen and we judge.
Right.
We
Not-
listen and we judge. Y'all
Oh.
remember that? Y'all remember? Did you ever see that rapper? He was like this big. I forget his name. He was like humongous, and he was rapping, and he was sitting down. He couldn't even stand up, and he had an oxygen thing while he was rapping. Like, bro, I
Yeah.
need you to go get you. I need you to take care of your life. You out here trying to rap. You need to stop eating. Okay, so myth or fact? Everyone is losing weight quickly and easily on these drugs.
Myth. If you continue to eat the same way and push past the nausea, because people don't understand the nausea is there to stop you from eating.
Yeah.
Not a side effect of the drug. It's what the drug does.
Hmm.
It's changing your appetite. So if you're nauseous, stop eating. If you
Yeah.
can't eat no more, don't just keep. Something's wrong with this drug. No, that's how it works.
Right.
And so,
Y'all, it's about to be a new season for your girl. I mean, in a minute, yo, I might not be wearing no clothes in a minute, Dr. Jones. I might be out here naked. I might be out here naked wearing a bikini
they will arrest you
in the
You're
winter.
in DC.
But I might be out in the snow in a bikini messing with me. You understand me? And here's the thing for me too is I haven't been able to work out like I typically had over the last 16, 17 years.
Abort.
This year has been the lowest amount of time I've been able to work out just because of everything I have going on. And so I'm up, that's why I was late, because I was up cleaning up. And that's my morning. And it used to be me going to the gym, getting focused, doing all this stuff. And I just haven't had the opportunity to do it the way I need to. And so I definitely got to incorporate the exercise into that, because that's an important part.
But you don't have to go to gym exercise.
You're right. I got a whole thing in the basement.
Phenomenal environment.
Yeah, I know.
The neighborhood is phenomenal. You could just walk.
Yeah, I should. I will. I
just walk for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I am. I got to get back on the grind.
You could be thinking and doing all your stuff, and you can pull out your phone and do a podcast in a minute.
Right. Or I can do a whole video or a whole
video about exercise and how easy it is to walk.
Yeah.
So it's more about movement. You don't have to, because the gym is good if that's what people have time to do. But a lot of people, don't beat yourself up when you can't go to the gym. Just walk the neighborhood.
Yeah. No, you're right.
I walk my neighborhood. I don't go to, and I have a gym right here. I like being outside until I realized the other day, I'm walking past all these ponds and I'm like, oh, this is so beautiful. And then I realized I'm in Florida. These ponds have alligators, and alligators run.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
So what happens if alligators?
You skipping in the fields and
I'm like, nature.
Lord have mercy. But the good thing about you is you get to walk year round, because you guys have such great weather.
Yes.
So it's about to be cold season up over here.
Yes.
Leon, okay, so listen, if you guys want to ask Dr. Jones, and we only got a few more minutes because she got to get to her patients, but if you want to ask Dr. Jones some questions, put them in the chat. Now it's too late for you to hop on here. But Leon said, do you lose muscle because of these medications?
You can lose when there's major weight loss. You can lose a little muscle. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not because of the medicine. It's because of the massive weight loss.
Okay, got it. Your girl about to be naked on the podcast. Okay. Also, for women who are in menopause, what should we be concerned about regarding these medical?
Go to your provider ASAP.
Okay, butt naked.
And help. Because the thing is, when you go into menopause, you switch and you become more insulin resistant. You don't have the hormones, so you can't protect your heart. These medicines help protect your heart. They will get that weight down, because these medicines actually do help you lose the weight that you gain in menopause.
Wow.
Because in menopause, you gain the little pudgy stomach at the bottom.
Yeah.
I say it's the grandma's stomach, so you can hold the babies, the grandbabies. But it helps. It actually, your body starts to change.
My cousin was talking about getting a light lipo because she was like, I just cannot get this bottom part of my stomach to go away.
Tell her don't do that. There are so many lasers out now that actually are a lot safer than lipo.
So, Prin, if you need a doctor, you're in Jacksonville, Florida. Dr. Jones, you better go see Dr. Jones. Let me see. Do men lose shrinkage in specific areas?
Well, it's not that they're, according to how large a man is. So it's not that they lose shrinkage. What
I'm
happens
not talking
is,
about that kind of large. Dr. Jones is saying weight.
yeah, weight
My
loss.
mind went to
Uh,
she said, depends on how large a man is.
no, not that large, but the weight. Because what happens is, as they lose weight, the skin, when it's a lot of weight, the skin folds in. And so it appears shrinkage because of all the skin folds.
Wait, say that one more time. Because my mind was going to somewhere other place. Okay.
So, okay, if they're really large with a large belly and large thighs, as you lose the weight, the skin folds because all the fat is gone.
Mm-hmm.
So they are folded.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? You've seen the people from Big Loser, how they have all of the skin folds because there's no. So what happens is, if the penis no longer, you can't find it because it's under the skin folds.
So I don't do fat dudes.
So the actual penis doesn't shrink. No.
So okay, that was the question. So it actually may appear.
It appears that way.
Well, it may appear larger because now you don't have all the.
Now you got to find it under the folds.
But if they had a big stomach at first,
then that skin has to go where? Down.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Laugh. It's
on that note.
I'm laughing at your questions. I'm not laughing at the men. No. Life happens.
Yes. Okay. Malfunctioning issues with performance. Any malfunctioning issues with performance?
It should not be. Actually, performance should get better because you're eating better and you're losing weight and you should have more energy.
So for those of you who
will have better, you're going to feel better about yourself because now you're.
For those of you who will not date overweight men and are discriminating against overweight men, all you got to do is give them Mounjaro or Ozempic and get that thing thangin'. That's all you got to do. Easy fix. Get that thing thangin' with Ozempic and Mounjaro. Hey, listen, let's go.
But one more thing about the malfunctioning performance.
Mm-hmm.
So really, it's not the medicine. It's the person's clogged arteries.
Okay.
Because if your performance with men is blood flow, blood flow has to go there. So that has nothing to do, the medicine has nothing to do with blood flow. So the blood flow, men have to get adequate blood flow into the erectile tissues for it to happen, right? Mm-hmm. So usually if they're having those problems, it has nothing to do with the medicine. It's because their arteries are clogged. And they need to go see their cardiologist.
Amen. Wow. This was such a great conversation. Dr. Jones, I honestly did not know that there was benefits to these two medications. So I'm clearly, truly enlightened by this conversation. So thank you for this. This was great. And you guys know Dr. Jones has a service that she provides she's worldwide. So what she does is she will look at your blood work, and she's done this for me and a host of other people. If you go to the doctor, you get your blood drawn, she'll look at your blood work and she will give you advice on what you should do based upon the findings of your blood work. And the great thing about it is people have gone to their doctors and have gotten diagnosed with things that they weren't even, they just don't know. And she is an expert. And so she provides this service. You go to askdrj.info, and she does this because she loves us. She wants to see us healthy and wealthy and, have a holistic lifestyle. I want you to tell them about your new app that's getting ready to come out, Dr. Jones. I want you to tell them about your book that is sitting on my side table right next to my bed. Tell them about all the things and how they can find you.
Well, you can find me on all social media platforms as Ask Dr. Jones, Ask Dr. J, sorry. And I have a new app coming out to help people gain a healthier life by having Ask Dr. J on your phone, and it will help you get your grocery list. When you're traveling, you can go in the app and figure out, it'll help you find local restaurants or foods to get that you could, take with you on a dime if you're traveling, because traveling really affects a lot of us and we can't eat healthy.
Yeah.
And it's just, you can ask questions, and I will give you how to do the 10 steps if you want to go vegan. Also, there will be a pathway for people who don't want to go vegan, who just have high blood pressure, diabetes, and how to eat so that you can maximize your health with these diseases.
I love
And
that.
I have a book that actually are the 10 steps to help you to go plant-based.
Yeah, man, that's amazing. And I'm so uberly proud of everything that you're doing to help us. Dr. Jones is vegan, plant-based. And, it's really tough for a lot of us out there who want to do it, but we've developed these habits, or we just don't know how to make the transition. We don't know how to shop. And right now, her book tells you all that stuff. It tells you, like, it gives you the history, like why you should be doing it, what happens. She gives you the grocery list of how you need to shop, how you need to eat, how you can slowly make the transition. Like, she breaks it all the way down. And so for those of you who really want to change your life, you know what the thing about it is, a lot of people don't know. And one thing that you share with our audience, Dr. Jones, is that a lot of times we think that we get our habits from our hereditary. One thing that you said is the way we eat is hereditary. We got big mama's eating habits, and that's the reason why we've developed same diseases as big mama. And a lot of the things that we're doing could be wiped out if we just ate better. And so that's mind blowing, and it's eye opening. And a lot of people don't even know that. They don't even know. I'm talking to grown people who've been on this earth 60 and 70 years, don't know that simple diet changes can be the difference between you having diabetes and you not having diabetes, like just like that. And so you've been such a blessing to so many of us, just educating us. And so I really, really, really appreciate it. And y'all, Dr. Jones is also a part of the Net 7 Collective, which is our inner circle of Black women from all over the country who are doing some amazing things. Like, this lady is like absolutely killing it out here in these streets. And so if you are a Black woman, or a Black woman, have them go to net7bbs.com. Let's schedule some time to talk about if you will be a good fit for this inner circle. We have Net 7 Collective, which is, the cohort that I coach. And then we have Net 7 Nation, which are local chapters all over the country. And if you don't know, let me just give you a little bit of information about that.
I never thought I'd be starting over. After over 20 years of marriage, 4 beautiful children, and building the largest Black-owned real estate firm in California, I thought I finally arrived. Life was good. I was making money. I had a team, investments, a mortgage company. Everything I had worked for, prayed for, bled for, I'd built with my own hands. And then my whole world shifted. Divorce hit me like a wrecking ball. So I abruptly packed up my life. I left my business and I moved across the country. Not because I had it all figured out, because I needed some space to breathe. And what most people don't know is I was able to walk away and take a 2-year break because I had built passive income. That's what freedom looks like. Having my money work for me when I couldn't even work for myself. And during that time of stillness, I prayed, I fasted, I asked God, what's now? That's when He gave me the vision for Net 7 Collective. I looked around and I realized most of the people who worked for me were Black women. My tribe, my circle, all Black women. And I saw what we needed. We needed wealth. We needed healing. We needed options. We needed each other. I wanted to empower women who looked like me, who had given their all to everybody else, to finally pour into themselves, to build businesses, to invest, to write books, to own something. And baby, they did. Over 80 women all across the country and even globally had increased their net worth, They grew new income streams and they stepped into their power that they didn't even know that they had. But beyond the money, they found sisterhood. And now we're building Net 7 Nation because this movement is bigger than just a cohort. This is grassroots. This is legacy. And if you're a Black woman or you know one who's ready to get free, not just financially, but spiritually, emotionally, generationally, it's time. Welcome to Net 7 Nation.
So listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you are a Black woman or you know a Black woman and you want to join us and beautiful, bold, brilliant Black women like this lady here who's doing some amazing things in the world. Like, I am over the moon proud of you, Dr. Jones, and everything that you're doing out in the world and the lives that you're changing and the impact that you're making. And you're absolutely brilliant. And so allowing you or seeing you share your brilliance all over the world is magnanimous, and I'm excited for it. I'm really excited for it. So we have Net 7 Collective, Net 7 Nation. You can go to my website and see about both of them. You know, if you're interested in either, you can go to constancecarter.com, you can go to net7bbs.com, or you can go to net7nation.com. If you want to be a part of any of those communities, we welcome you. We love you. We want you. We want to see you. Dr. Jones, any last final words before we get up out of here?
Be intentional about your health. If you need some help because what you've been doing is not working, go have a conversation.
Amen. We'll see you tomorrow. See you next Monday. Same bad channel.